Hello, Michael here. Looking today at Psalm 66 for our meditation, specifically verse 5 through to 8 for the exposition. This psalm, which may be subtitled, How Awesome Are Your Deeds? We're going to go ahead and then read the verses from verse 6 through to 8. Verse 6, He turned the sea into dry land. They went through the flood on foot. There did we rejoice in him. Verse 7. He ruleth by his power for ever. His eyes behold the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. Selah. And verse 8. O bless our God, ye people, and make the voice of his praise to be heard. And as we turn to the treasury of David for the exposition, let's just read verse 6 again. He turned the sea into dry land. They went through the flood on foot. There did we rejoice in him. And so to the treasury of David. He turned the sea into dry land. It was no slight miracle to divide a pathway through such a sea, and to make it fit for the traffic of a whole nation. He who did this can do anything, and must be God, the worthy object of adoration. The Christian's inference is that no obstacle in his journey heavenward need hinder him. For the sea could not hinder Israel, and even death itself shall be as life. The sea shall be dry land when God's presence is felt. They went through the flood on foot. Through the river the tribes passed dry-shod. Jordan was afraid because of them. What ailed thee, O thou mighty sea? Why roll thy waves in dread? What bade thy tide, O Jordan, flee, and bear its deepest bed? O earth, before the Lord, the God of Jacob, tremble still, who makes the waste a watered sod, the flint a gushing rill. There did we rejoice in him. We participate this day in that ancient joy. The scene is so vividly before us that it seems as if we were there personally, singing unto the Lord because he hath triumphed gloriously. Faith casts herself bodily into the past joys of the saints, and realizes them for herself in much the same fashion in which she projects herself into the bliss of the future, and becomes the substance of things hoped for. It is to be remarked that Israel's joy was in her God, and there let ours be. It is not so much what he has done, or what he is, that should excite in us a sacred rejoicing. He is my God, and I will prepare him an habitation, my Father's God, and I will exalt him. And verse 7, that reads, He ruleth by his power for ever. His eyes behold the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. Selah. He ruleth by his power forever. He has not deceased, nor abdicated, nor suffered defeat. The prowess displayed at the Red Sea is undiminished. The divine dominion endures throughout eternity. His eyes behold the nations, even as he looked out of the cloud upon the Egyptians and discomfited them. So does he spy out his enemies and mark their conspiracies. His hand rules and his eye observes. His hand has not waxed weak, nor his eye dim. As so many grasshoppers, he sees the people and tribes. At one glance he takes in all their ways. He oversees all and overlooks none. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. The proudest have no cause to be proud. Could they see themselves as God sees them, they would shrivel into nothing. Where rebellion reaches to a great head and hopes most confidently for success, it is a sufficient reason for abating our fears that the omnipotent ruler is also an omniscient observer. O proud rebels, remember that the Lord aims his arrows at the high soaring eagles and brings them down from their nest among the stars. He hath put down the mighty from their seats and exalted them of low degree. After a survey of the Red Sea and Jordan, rebels, if they were in their senses, would have no more stomach for the fight, but would humble themselves at the conqueror's feet. Selah. Pause again and take time to bow low before the throne of the Eternal. And verse 8. O bless our God, ye people, and make the voice of his praise to be heard. O bless our God, ye people, ye chosen seed, peculiarly beloved. It is yours to bless your covenant God as other nations cannot. Ye should lead the strain, for he is peculiarly your God. First visited by his love, ye should be foremost in his praise, and make the voice of his praise to be heard. Whatever else may sing with bated breath, do you be sure to give full tongue and volume to the song. Compel unwilling ears to hear the praises of your covenant God. Make rocks and hills and earth and sea and heaven itself to echo with your joyful shouts. Ah, yes. Glory to a great, marvelous God. How awesome are his deeds. Trust you enjoy the meditation. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be blessed.